Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
This is my local application. In my Mac, I do have a terminal, so this is what that is.
Okay, so in case like if I have a Windows laptop, then how I can do that?
You can use the git bash.
For that, sorry.
Git bash. Git bash. So in git bash, what you can do, you can use this command ssh-keygen, which will create the public and private keys. Or else, if you don't want to do that, you can download the key pair, and after that, you can go to your git bash and go to the particular specified downloads folder, and then from there you should use this command ssh-i and then Ansible key, like whatever the key name you will give, and Ubuntu at this IP address. Sorry.
Do you have some activity guide kind of thing like that can help me to step by step configure? You said like git bash on my Windows laptop and do all these things.
Git bash, you should install that, and I'll provide you some YouTube tutorials so you can follow that.
Yeah, if you can provide, that will help me to set up in my local, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is needed actually. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, for some reason my net is working, but it's not taking Ansible ssh minus I Ansible. Give me one quick moment. Let me check out my networks. Uh, yeah, sorry for that. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry, my network having some issues, so that's the reason. Apologies for that. Okay, SSH. And can you able to see my screen, or again, let me share me again so that you can able to see my screen. So
We can see your screen.
now, I had stopped my sharing, but how you
Oh,
can see my screen?
no, still I can see the black terminal. Yeah,
So now see, you can see my cursor and everything, right?
yes.
So I'm going for downloads and Ansible keep m Ubuntu at and then IP address. So I'm installing that key node name or server name provided Ubuntu, right? SSH. Okay, sorry, minus I haven't provided minus. ఒక్క నిమిషం మీరు గమనించారా, please. So hyphen I. The servers are running or not? Why it's not able to locate from my phone? So it's up and running.
Are you able to ping the server from here?
Give me one quick moment. Yeah, our servers are running fine, but I think my laptop is having some issue because if we can, okay, there might be an issue because that was an issue. Sorry, this is completely my mistake. Security groups I haven't configured properly. This is what the problem. Add the security groups. Say SSH anywhere, and then I will add one more tool called HTTP because I haven't opened the port, so that's the reason it is not able to ping. Save the rules. What the hell it's saying? You cannot modify at see existing reference group. Okay. Add a rule. SSH anywhere. Save the related. So save the rules. Now it will work. The same thing I will do for so SSH yes. Sorry for that. I haven't checked that. So now I'm into my server. So this is my master server. How I come to know? I will exit now. I will again do that. So the IP address is 166 and 91. So if you go here, 166 and 91 is my master. So I will enter that. So I'm into the server. For our convenience, I'm going to change the host name. Master. Let me put master. Yeah. So let me reboot the server. Sudo reboot because I will change my master name. And now another
If
one
you change
is
that host name and etc host name, do we need to change the same in etc hosts hosts?
no need. I'm just changing for our convenience. You don't need to do that because anyway you are not configuring or you are not pointing out a host name in any domain or something like that. You don't need to do that. For our convenience, I just change that.
Okay.
I hope this also will work now. So let me do that. So slave, yes. Yeah, so for the same, I will do that. etc host name slave one. Slave one. slave 1. Okay, so now we do have two, one is master, another one is slave. So this is quite disgusting. Okay, so let me reboot this also, slave also, so that we can able to bifurcate from master to slave, how we can switch between the tabs, and we can see that. So let it reboot. So now how many, so for Ansible, I forgot to inform the most important thing. Ansible will work on SSH based mechanism. SSH based means it is a passwordless authentication between the servers. Suppose, for example, in if you want to authenticate a server, previously what we have a username and password. When we try to log into the server, it will ask you a username and password. You will log in. It's like a normal authentication process. But uh, Ansible will use mostly SSH. SSH will is a secure shell. We can say that in secure shell, we can securely authenticate from from our local or wherever to another server. The communication can be happen in a secure way. So that is what SSH authentication. So Ansible will mostly use SSH based authentication. So you should have your public and private key of your master, and the public key of the master should be present on the slave. So I will show you that how you can do that. So I am logging to the slave 1. This is, see, yeah, it's slave 1, and this is master. Yeah, so I have slave and master. Let me clear off the things. This is my master and this is my slave. So now, if I want to, first of all, let us install the Ansible. To install the Ansible, this is the Ubuntu commands. If you want to use in Red Hat or well, you will say yum update. If you are using the Ubuntu, you should say apt update, because that is the package manager we have. And after updating the cache, so you can use in Ubuntu, you do have two package managers. One is apt, another one is snap. You can install any one of that. So let me try with the sudo snap. Let me clear up the thing, because now I'm installing the Ansible. So in Ubuntu, it's a pretty much straightforward. In other distributions, you can go ahead and you can Google for installing Ansible in that particular distribution. So you can install, you can Google that. You will find a lot tutorial blog. If you have any queries or doubts, do let me know. And now I'm showing you on Ubuntu how you can install sudo snap install Ansible. Let us see whether it is work. Okay, Ansible is not found on the snap. Okay, let me use app then. I think we do have, I should use the different command, but yeah, Ansible, let us install that. So it will take 90 MB of my disk space, and let me say yes. So which is installing Python as well as Python packages and dependencies, and after that it is installing the Ansible. So while installing the Ansible, it will default like it will make some default directories and default settings when you're setting up the Ansible. So let me show you that. So now our Ansible is installed on the master. So this Ansible can be anywhere, like in your local or in your server or wherever. This can be anywhere. Okay. So now I will clear up the things, and I'll go to the configuration file. In any Linux distribution, the configuration files will be there on /etc. In etc folder, you will have an Ansible. Here you have only two files as of now. The basic installation setup will have two files. So if I see ls means list all the content, list source. So here you have Ansible config and hosts. Host means, as I said, it is an inventory file. So inventory file will have all the inventory, like server details, like what are the servers you have. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to ping this slave server. Like I will use some Adhoc commands. I will explain you what is Adhoc commands in future. Ansible. So I will take the public IP address of slave. So this is a slave IP address. I will say here, and minus m means module ping, and then I will say yes. Here, see what it's showing. It's saying warning, provided host list is empty, only local host is available. And if I ping localhost, so Ansible ping minus m ping, I will say localhost. Localhost means localhost means wherever I had installed my Ansible master, that is the local host. So I can able to ping my local host. But if I want to ping the server, this one, like whatever this one, I need to add this record in the host file, because inventory file means, let me change that to inventory file so that you will not have any confusion. Ansible, so move host to inventory. So you can name whatever the file name. It could be any file name, but the file name should be specified in the configuration file. So as of now, let it be inventory, or yeah, let it be inventory, because I will use that word more frequently, so you will not get confused. So in inventory, I'm going to, so I will explain you in detail next class, like how Ansible inventory file you can configure everything. So let me put that IP address here. I'm just keeping the IP address. That's it. Sudo I need to use, because of the permissions we should use that. So let me put the IP address here, and I'm saving this because this is the IP address of my slaves. Am I clear here? I'm just pasting my IP address here. That's it. I'm not doing anything extra. So I had changed my ls. If you see ls inventory I have. So this file name should be there in the Ansible config. I will explain you all these things next time, why I'm changing all these default values, everything. But yeah, let me put that inventory. Instead of host, we should put inventory. That's it. Inventory. Let me put .in, inventory will be fine. So now if I use Ansible minus m ping all, so it will ask me the path. See, this server is not reachable. Why it is not reachable? Because you haven't specified, you don't have any connection from your master to slave. So that's the reason it couldn't able to reach. It is unreachable, the server. So now how you are going to establish a connection, secure connection from your master to slave. So that is what we are going to learn today. So clear. So guys, can I continue that, or can I explain this tomorrow, because we do have so many stuffs today. Can I proceed? Like I will establish a connection between master and slave, and I'll just use the ping command. That's it. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Gopi, Rupesh here. Means unless and until we have that uh, master slave, means like connectivity, we can't ping actually remote servers. Means if any server, any remote host or any remote
Yes. It's like if you are not establishing the connection, at least you should provide some authentication details, right? Suppose, for example, if you want to ping the server using the passwords, like username and password, you can ping, but eventually you don't have the username and password, right? Because I had logged into my slave server using SSH, right? I haven't provided any username and password for that, right? But yeah, you can do that, but you should provide the username and password for that if you want to ping the particular servers. But most of the peoples in the industry, or most peoples, will use the SSH connection. So if you don't have connection, you can't ping that if you are pinging with the SSH based.
okay. Okay.
So, so now If you want to create the the person who had asked about the git bash, when you install the git bash, how you can create the SSH like a keygen, key pair, public and private key pair, SSH hyphen keygen. You can save this particular command. This will use a lot. So I'm creating a public and private key. So where I'm going to create, if I see that generating the public and private key here, dot SSH ID RSA pub ID RSA. This is the private key, and it will create the public key also. See here, it had been authentication like public key has been saved in dot SSH ID RSA dot pub. So I'll go to the for this particular path, cd copy and paste. Okay, sorry, I should paste only dot ssh. I am there dot ssh. I'm going to clear off this, and if I say ls, I have my public key and private key. So what it means, the ssh, like it's like a, you do have your key and your locker. So your locker is your slave's server. Like example, I'm saying an example in real time. You have a door which will have a locker and key, right? Let's take an example. Your locker is your servers, like slave servers, and key is your master. So your master should have key, and locker, it should open the slave servers. How you are going to do that? In every Linux distribution, you do have a default folder called in the slave also .ssh. Sorry for that. It will break the loop. So we can configure to do that also. So cd .ssh. There is one folder in the home directory. In every user, you will have one .ssh folder. So I'm going to .ssh. Sorry. If you see here, there is one file called authorized keys. Authorized keys in the name suggests like what exactly servers should be authorized to allow, like what are the servers should be allowed to access the particular servers, like different servers. So if I go there and if I say authorized keys, see here already one public key is there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste my Ansible master's public key. How I'm going to do that? I'm coming to my master and I'm going to cat id rsa dot pub. I'm doing that. Then I'm copying this particular public IP. Okay, this is my public IP of my master. And now I'm coming here and pasting this. Okay, so what will happen in production environment also, when you're creating the server, you should have one master key. Okay, that key will be there in all the servers. So like that we will maintain the, sorry, like that we will maintain the our production environment, because you can't have a multiple, you can have the multiple private keys and public keys for each and every server. But if you have to use a Ansible in that particular environment, you should have one key which should be, or else you can authenticate with the different keys also. That is your wish. But the proper way is you can have one master key which can be there on all the node servers where you are creating, and your master can communicate with the node servers. That is actually traditional way that I will follow, because and that private and public key will be more secure, because if that key will be there in any other person, he can have the full access of the server. So now what I had did in my slave server, I had pasted my master's public key. So I will copy and I will save this. And now what I will do, I will try to SSH from my master to slave. Whether I'm able to do that or not, I will check. So I will go there in my master. I'm in my master SSH Ubuntu at this one. What happened? Copy, paste. So if I do that, see from my master, I can able to log into the my slave server. So my SSH connection is working perfectly fine now. So I'll exit and I'll come back to my master. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the same command what I had run Ansible host, that one. Ansible -m ping all. So this is the Adhoc command. Tomorrow session I'll explain you like what is the config file and what is the inventory file, and after that how Adhoc commands will work. Adhoc commands means if you want to perform a single task on any given node, then you will use the Adhoc commands for faster execution. So now if I say -m ping all, see, ping is means ping pong. Whether your particular server is reachable or not. Like if you want to ping a domain, you will ping, right? So the same way, ping is a module in the Ansible, so that you can ping the server whether it is success or not, whether it will be reachable or not. You can see that. Okay. So I hope there will be some confusions if you are new, but yeah, if you have any doubts, please go through the video again, and any doubts, please ask me tomorrow class, so that I'll be happy to help you out. Okay. Any
Gopi,
doubts?
what about the network devices? This is with respect to the servers, but what about the network devices? It's like
Network
routers.
devices,
Yeah,
network devices in the sense.
it's like router or switches. If you want to push the commands, okay, run the commands, push the configuration file or something, monitoring running commands to the router or switch. So how that inventory means like we have to build, because as you said, unless until there is a SSH connection established, we'll not be able to ping or will not be able to reach that host. But
Yes.
if you put that IP address of the router or IP address of the switch where we don't have that key combination. So
Yeah. So to be honest, I haven't worked on that. So yeah,
yeah,
I'll let you know about that. Okay. So I'll have
okay,
some research. And I'll let you know about that.
okay.
So you are saying that you have some switches or routers which will manage the servers, right? You are saying that is what.
Yeah, means management remotely we are pushing the configuration. Like we are not logging into the device, okay, manually, but
Device in
we
the sense of the server or any other thing.
router. I mean switch or router.
Okay.
Yeah, means like creating this program on the Ansible, okay, and we are pushing that file to the router to get the output. Like show IP interbrief means if you
So
want to check the status of the interfaces running on the active on the
you want to
router.
get the information about the switches or routers which are there in your network, right?
Yeah, right, correct.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, I'll do some R&D because I haven't got that in, because when we use the cloud provider, I hope
Mhm.
you don't need about the routers and switches. When you have on premises, you do have that requirement.
Right.
I hope that is true. But yeah, let me do R&D and I'll get back to you about.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Please enroll our general membership for 399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.